Hello, hello. Can I be heard? Am I audible? Can people see what's on the screen? Let's see. Let's let that roll, hey? Hello, Nick. How are you doing? Sorry, just fixing some things. So this is Padma. Padma is a deck that I've been working on for a little while, also known as Runner Longevity Serum. Against Ampere, I hope that I can give a good showing. I imagine that things will go okay, but we'll see. Maybe people are cooking with Ampere. These cards are all great. So it's kind of a high vol deck, right? It's Spark of Inspiration, it's Ghost Tongue, it's an events package with Lobi and Orca. Which is, I think, is pretty good now that Creator Commission is unbanned. This is kind of the nuts in most ways, so I'll absolutely keep this. Reason it's the nuts, card draw, Ghost Tongue. There's 2 Ghost Tongues in the deck. It used to be just 1. I'm not really expecting an especially fast start from Ampere, which is good because this is fundamentally a control deck. It's not trying to win early. Okay. Couple of things. One thing, Icing Archives can't be right. Yeah, that makes sense. My opponent would undo that. The second thing is they're on 54 cards. Yeah. Which is more than most would recommend. Okay, we're just going to start. If we draw both the breakers here, we go on tilt. That's fine. That's life. We didn't draw both the breakers. That's good. Now we think. So to go as fast as possible, we want to get the spark down. Technically, we want to get it down after the ghost tongue. If the ghost tongue damage hits the spark, we cry. If we rigging up, it increases the chances it hits the spark, but it gives us a way nicer credit total. So I think I'm just going to do that. It doesn't hit the spark. It hits Wildcat Strike. Wildcat Strike is in the deck, kind of just because it's one influence and is a good operation. If it can't beat Ampere, yeah, I will retire the idea. It's over. But it will beat Ampere. Because I can spark and install Obasomi, paying much less. And then I can Creative Commission. Now you can tell me that's not a strong opener. But it is a strong opener. Like, that's crazy. We are already doing very powerful things. Now, Padma hasn't done anything yet, obviously, but Padma lets us play Lobi without the possibility of being locked out. Our opponent clicks for 3. That's amazing. You can use biobands for 1 cost to draw 2, but like, unless you're getting something else off of it, you're not too happy about doing that. I would like some card draw. Let's chuck down Fencer and assume Fencer will be usable. You can use Fencer with bias. If you draw anything installable, you can use that. Fencer's just pretty good. Like, the deck is kind of influence type because the Ghost Tongue is so good that now I'm running 2 of them. This is a 3 influence card. There's also a Mystic. There's only 1 Mystic, but like Mystic's so amazing. That's another 3 influence gone. I'm spending 2 influence on biobands, 2 copies, and we've also got a Fencer for the many asset matchups. Zoom in a bit for the people. Oh, you're right, I could probably make this much bigger, unless that's probably about as big as we can do. What's the resolution like, Nick? Because I couldn't find a setting to actually like let me control that properly. It asked me whether I want the ultra low latency, and I was like, yeah, sure, that would be easier for chat. But I suppose if that's causing things to look a bit crunchy, I can turn it off. Draw. Now we've got to actually think. We don't really care about burner because we maybe are not running until we find because I assume these Ampères are on like punishing ice because it's kind of an exciting thing to be doing. I am actually just going to straight up draw. Oh, now I'm really happy. I'm happy to... Sure gamble. Discard 2. It can be... I think money's okay. Maybe burner's better than overclock. Yeah, definitely we don't need harmony just yet. And we got a lot more burners in the deck. Money's kind of okay though. I'm more pressed about maybe burner being useful. Watching from a thatched roof tea room in the middle of nowhere, so it's hard for me to hear and or judge the resolution. Well, that sounds very lovely. Where are you? Thatched roof tea house. It doesn't sound like a London thing. Daily quest is in the deck. Oh, buddy. I mean, it's gonna work for a while. Let's start. I mean, obviously, I want to use the biobands run, but realistically, that servitor is probably a spin dock. You can only run 1 spin doctor, funnily enough, but it's kind of annoying if it misses. So I will just do archives. We're going archives. This does work because the biobands are not finished resolving until the install has happened. So breach server, it's going to be draw 2. It's going to be paying 1 from the grip. That's going to use my 2 fences, which gives me the Anacam draw. Lovely. Hippocampic fixes all my problems regarding... Let's see what stupid trap this is in the Ampere deck. It's going to be maybe Urtico or something ridiculous, right? Like I don't know exactly what ampere. Okay, it's hostile architecture. So, but that's for. I can stream 720p, so it looks good. Okay, right. So bitrate is not abysmal. Okay, breach server. Do I care about this hand? Do I care about this hand? I don't really care about this hand. There's nothing super urgent in here, but also there's no threat. I'm not going to do anything else, so maybe I'll just let that ride. I will install my Nuka because that's important, and I will install my Hippocampic because none of these cards are going to end the game if I lose them. So we're 2 harmonies down. There's still 1 harmony in the bin. Oh, thank you, Nick. So I'm not stressed about locking myself out. Unless they have weird damage out of nowhere. Nano Etching Matrix is good enough for Ampere. Things are grim. 1. Oh my gosh. Look at us, we're gamers. I will love to install Orca. I will love to run R&D. Now the first run on R&D has to be charging Lobby, because if it's a barrier you can't run out. You always got to have counters left on Lobby Somu, because charge does not work unless there's counters. So we will charge the Lobby. Samak, I'll bounce. I am not spending 2 to get through. It's only a single. It fundamentally does not matter in the run. It's going to cost me 1 once I get this Game Dragon down, so I'm feeling pretty good. Do I do anything else important? I can probably just be playing Sure Gamble, because I want to start off by playing Wildcat Strike next turn. So I will do that. There's no real. I'm not going to trash any of the stuff because Hostile's not like a especially high tempo trash right now. Obviously it will go down. I might just overclock it next turn, but I'm going to start with Wildcat Striking. So to make room for the 5 cards that I'll probably draw off this, I see it's probably just going to give me credits, but also I can click to draw I can functionally click to draw a Diesel now, right? Because if you just bounce off a Samak and you charge a Nuka with it, you know, life's pretty good. New remote, install, and what was the other click? Install ice, new route, and using nano etching matrix. Okay, that's fine. I don't know if I'm gonna bother trashing it nano etching matrix too much. Let's see what I get from this. Maybe it's burner time. I can get through every ice that could possibly exist. Do I start with burner? And just say I don't care about your board, it's not doing anything? I could start with burner, that sounds nice. If it's like Winchester or something like that, we're pretty happy. Only barriers are kind of annoying. Yeah. Winchester goes down before. That's going to be 2 when I get the Game Dragon installed, if I so choose it to be. Let's put 1 on Nuka and 1 on Lobby, starting with the 1 on Nuka, because it's more urgent. And let's see. Bite. I don't know if I want to deal with Bite, but it also doesn't really do anything, so I don't really access cards in HQ by the random. Big Deal, I don't like. Fly Swatter, it does almost nothing because you'll never install it. So let's put Fly Swatter. Big Deal can just go to the bottom. I don't want to have to deal with that. Fly Swatter can go to the top of R&D. Yep. And the Bite in HQ doesn't really do too much. I don't care about it, I don't think. Okay, more clicks. Let's do Wildcat Strike. What do I get, my friend? Card draw. Wrong answer, probably. Now there is 1 Bite and 1 Unknown that I could burner away, but that's kind of expensive to do, so I shan't. I could just play Daig and a Creative, which sounds really nice. Because creativing for 5 is downright splendid. Oh, wage workers. That's concerning. Wage workers and just drawing a bunch of cards with it. That's fine. I don't care. I mean, I will trash it. I have money. Oh, my hands are good though. My draw this game has kind of been the dream. I would say this is a high roll. I suppose we start with nuking. Ooh, Mystic is here. Okay, I do want the Cataloger and the Game Dragon. I'm going to be trashing stuff this turn though, so I can only protect one of them. It can be... I think Cataloger is more important. Let's rigging up Cataloger and see what happens. Yes, I will charge. Do I care about the wage workers click this turn? I want to use my Fencer credits. Maybe it's time. Anything I lose. I can't lose Harmony to this hostile. So let's just do that. I will go server 2. For the trash, 1, 2, 3. And I lose Burner. Losing the Mystic sucks, but you know, that's life. And I can technically squeeze more overclock value than this, but it's just time to get rid of this. Daily Quest has been ticking away pretty nicely, which is I'm sure they're very happy about, but I don't think their money actually matters. That's what I find with this deck, is that my opponent's money does not matter, because even if they can res every single piece of ice, the inevitability engine of Cataloger with the Game Dragon Lobby is just like, what are you going to do? I just don't think that you can do anything. These could be bites, technically. So I should not run them last click. Let's see what these are. They're cards. Let's chuck a Game Dragon over here, I suppose. I'm going to run R&D because I want to charge. I think my lobby needs a little bit more juice before I can feel comfortable. Like if they put something good into server 1, for example. That is terrifying. That's huge. Well, I mean, we can just make it for 6. And that lets us charge something. And this charge should probably go on nuke. Because I'm not too stressed about running out of things. This is unfortunately a way that they've made things very cheap for themselves. Like, you've actually used all my money to tax me out. 6 is a lot for this deck. 1 and a power counter, so it's down to 2 power counters on lobby. I think we will catalog, make sure nothing funny is going on. Okay. I don't want them to gank me back into the tier, but I suppose if I just chuck the Game Dragon on it next turn, Game Dragon does work with it, so it kind of does nothing. Obviously send a message to go into the top and I'll steal it. I don't want them to get Hedge Fund. I don't really want them to get Mask. Ganked I don't care about that much with Game Dragon. And then I ask for action. And we get a Fencer credit, we get a Dag. Dag can go back onto the Cataloger just to make sure I don't run out. And Biowack, wow. It's a big deck. It's only got 1 of each card, but sometimes you res your Biowack off your send a message off your 1 Biowack. I assume that they also have like an Eminent, right? There seems to be a big stuff deck. I wonder if they've got like a Sisyphus or something. That would be quite funny, but I doubt it. I still am completely unconcerned by all of these assets. I think I will just not waste my clicks on them. My clicks are very good with this Ghost Tongue around. I miss my Mystic. Mystic would be so good here, but they can't win, right? You live over here now. And we start with nuking. We then move on to, what do we do? think this is a bit of an off turn. I don't need to do anything. I want to use my Fencer credits. I don't have anything to install or do anything with Buyer. Buyer can remove a tag if I get rid of Public Access Plaza, which is not too bad. So what if I run Public Access Plaza, use 2 Paladin credits, Buyer bans the nano etching, the bladderwort, and remove the tag, use the credits? Because I don't actually want them to be earning more money. Like, they're using this entire server for daily quests. Which I don't, you know, it's not worth my money and time to. And then last click, of course, Creative Commission. We're dropping 2 cards. Obviously, it's the 2 that I do not need anymore. Do I have anything to use this rigging up on? Not really. That's another dead card, but that's fine. The math on trashing nano-matching matrix is kind of weird, right? I don't. Yeah. Okay. You still live there. Ritual first. Then it's. What's the last card on my deck? Pinhole threading? Yeah. Is pinhole threading. I think I want pinhole threading. I don't get the daily quest money because I'm just accessing the card. Maybe I could have saved it for like a more useful thing. And then last thing I'm going to do is actually going to be harmonying. I think. So I can open with Wild Catch like next turn. And we definitely want Sure Gamble. We want probably an Overclock. We want another Harmony. We want a... Do you want Mystic? Is Mystic going to pump out enough value? Probably not, because a lot of the stuff is costing 0. We're just using Mystic for Sure Gamble, which is like still probably Rezekiing, but maybe that's not. It's Burner or Pinhole Threading. I think the first one is going to grab Pinhole Threading. I can get both actually. Creative Commission, just money. Just keep myself liquid. You don't not need it, and I'll never rigging up anything ever again. Okay, I think. I mean, this game was cooked from turn 1, but we can just win. It's going to take a while because this deck is not like a big flashy thing. It's just is going to control R&D forever. I can overclock R&D. There's an overclock in here, there's an overclock in here, and there's 2 more harmony sets. 4 total overclocks, and those are going to win the game. Install, hey? Curious as to what that install was. I could burner HQ and see what that install was. So this is probably a Maskrovka, because we saw that earlier, and I don't. Oh, maybe it's not. Like there's been Odd Spice installed, right? It's because that way I can see if this is like the bite or something like that. But also, who cares? Not me. They let me draw. Sure Gamble, Creative Commission. Oh, we're in the money. Maybe next turn I do overclock. Oh, an upgrade and an asset, hey? I have the pinhole. Yeah, I think it's probably time to start controlling R&D. And we need to keep Lobby up to date, because if these are both barriers, things are kind of annoying, right? Nice thing is if these are other large sentries, the Orca will stay at strength, but currently it's going to cost 4 because of this this nice number here. Orca boost by 3, so it's going to get to 7 for only 2 credits. Pretty good. Yeah. Where's you? So I don't know what you are. Do I care about them getting 2 credits? I really don't care about them getting 2 credits, but it's like a 1 for 2 trade, so... I do find myself letting Muskofka 2 credits fire often, like in the late game, just because there's no way for them to use these credits in a way that matters. Match strength of Hagen. We actually don't have any non-decoder, you know, etc. things, so you don't need to break the... It says trash one program, it's not trash a program, it's trash a icebreaker, like non-decoder factor killer, and these are not AI, even this one's not AI. So you're allowed to walk through it. So now the math is looking like actually Lobby should be hosting the Game Dragon if I'm only intending to run R&D. I'm here. Because the Game Dragon's saving 2 on the Orca here, but it's also would save 2 from the 2 boosts over here. So it doesn't really, I guess, make a huge difference. Oh, I've made a mistake. I've let my Lobby go down too low. Well, I'm in for a lot already here. This was bad. Okay, just don't hit the harmony and we're fine. And we can catalog. Oh dear, there's a Fuji, and that's what I'm going to take. What do I want you to have? I don't really want you to get corporate hospitality. I don't care about auto campaign. I can shuffle in a... I could trash the corporate hospitality using extra cataloger charges, but I don't want to do that. Let's put... I don't think I care about auto. I don't want you to get corporate hospitality. You could maybe cause me problems if you actually do that. So you can go to the bottom. Predictive is kind of annoying for you to play probably, but I think this is what makes sense. I'm going to Harmony. To get back another Harmony, Overclock, Sure Gamble, Burner, and a Pinhole. I'm going to Nuka, and then I'm going to click Cataloger to steal the Fuji. The installed card needs to be Lobby. We just need to juice Lobby up. And Fencer can go, unfortunately. We don't need you anymore. Okay, so we know the top 3 cards, now we know the top 2 cards. Regular for money. Buddy, you can't take it with you when you die, is all I'll say. You can continue. Oh, you can go over here, whatever. This is not the turn, but we don't do anything anyway. Nah, Fencer is done his job. Like, I'm not spending pinholes in this sort of thing. Let's do Harmony. We're gonna get... We probably only need 1 burner. I don't think I'm ever burning twice, so it's Sure Gamble, Overclock for sure. Then we can get back the Creative Commission. And I just grab a burner because there's nothing else good. I used to run Clean Getaway in this deck, and it was really nice. I'm sad that we didn't get the Mystic down this game. It was an unfortunate hit, but I'm not going to complain because we got good draw. So the last one can just be a burner, I guess. Oh, I got another one after that. Maybe Wildcat Strike? No, it probably should just be a ritual in case I draw it, but... And then we do have to actually draw. Okay. Cool. Yeah, I mean, Mystic's been fine for a while. It's just like... The only way I'm fucking it is with Shore Gambles, and I can't take any more damage. It's just annoying. So, Game Dragon on Lobby saving me 1-2. On Orchid it also saves me 2, but allows me to run HQ without boosting it again, so it could save me 4 if I'm doing the full Overclock R&D Burner HQ line. Which I may do. So you actually live over here now. Do I care about what's on server 7? I kind of do. Do I want to lose these cards to damage? I kind of do also. In case it's a bite. Or maybe I just say I do care, because if it's Spin Dark, I've got to get it eventually. It's probably bite, right? Do I bother? I will, because like that was the Anakin draw. Remove tag. Remove tag. And then gain a credit. And we'll, maybe next turn is the overclock turn. Let's see, so there's 3 barriers. Oh gosh, it's kind of awkward. Maybe I need to take another turn just to use a Padma proc. Give them 2 credits off the mask, but like I need more charges. I think I do have to run R&D. Getting another lobby charge. Last card is Shore Gamble, which I can draw off the overclock. I'm not going to spend a click on it. You can fire, you can gain your 2 money and end the run. I just need the Padma. You wanna fire those, buddy? I wonder if this is the right place for my camera to be. It's kind of blocking the most recent text. Is that? Where do other people put their cameras? I guess when I'm playing Runner, there's like this zone down here that's not really used that much. And then it's just credit, credit, credit. I don't think I care about anything else. Like whatever's in the server is probably like auto, and it's not going to do anything for them ever. Well, the server's now so tall that I need to zoom out. Icing nano etching matrix. I don't know about that. I just don't know. Now it's possible that one of these ices Fly Swatter, which would be very funny if they rezzed. Okay, is this the turn to do my things? Because if the ice is fly swatter, they can't res it, so it's just a wasted click. Is this the turn to do my things? It's annoying. It is annoying because, let's see, this will go up to 4, and the Orca charge will bring this up, so that's 1, 2. If this is a barrier, which we can assume maybe, let's. Oh, do I just run it? If it's a barrier, I just bounce. If it's not a barrier, it's kind of bad. Like, I want to obviously use the 5 overclock credits, but I don't think I need the 5 overclock credits to get in. Run R&D. Charging a lobby. If there's any barrier, pretty much, I'll just bounce. If maybe Boto, I might actually care about Boto, but another option is to run server 1 and just spend 4 to get a counter, because I get the Orca proc and then not run R&D this turn, but these drawing fresh cards and I don't really want to get surprised by anything. Kessleroid is fine because I can just bounce off of that, I think, because otherwise it's going to cost me 4 total things and I can't double use Cataloger, which is not good. You can fire those, buddy. So this is probably the Fly Swatter, which is why he put it over the thing that he doesn't actually care about protecting. There is a big deal in this deck. There is a big deal in this deck, which means the credit total kind of matters, but also not really. I'm curious as to what that is. It can't be another bite. It could be Urtica. I assume he's on like the full list of traps just because it's Ampere. That's kind of what you do with the ID. Another ice on there. He's got a lot of ice in this deck. It must be some kind of glacier. Like, they got the slow agenda suites with 3-pointers. You can keep living there. I think I do have to run this server 8, because if it's Spin Doctor, we've got issues. No, if it's Spin Doctor, it's too much of a disaster to run through the server with my last overclock and then have it be spinned and shuffled. It's too bad, so we'll mitigate risk. And it's not like this click is costing me very much. They chose not to res, probably because this is the Fly Swatter, and they understand that that will just give me more counters than they can handle. So let's see, it's an eco campaign. I will, sure, that can go. Do I do stuff now? So if I overclock now, we've got 5 counters on here, so I can break all 4 barriers and still have 1 left over. Then I can burn a HQ if I miss, which feels pretty good. If this is another barrier, I mean, that's crazy. There can't be that many freaking barriers in the deck, right? I think I do have to just R&D. And we're going to chuck another one on you. They haven't played some of the cards that we saw from earlier. So HQ is really kind of known. We know that there's a predictive in there. We know there's a predictive in there. We know that there's a corporal hospitality in there. So I'm not sure how excited I am about. Maybe I should have saved a credit then and given him 2 because he can't spend this money. Spend 1. This person drew a miracle amount of code gates. There will be a Boto somewhere, yeah. That is one that you put in. Catalog. Let me win, please. Oh my gosh. Oh. Okay, so of the two cards that I know in HQ, do I care about... Oh man. Well, you can have a... just anthill on top. I guess you have hammer on top. I don't really want you to install Cloud Eater, but it costs you some money. Not that much money. Anoetic Void is a problem if they ever draw an agenda, which they shouldn't be able to. I mean, they've got card draw on hand is the thing. Maybe I do need to burn them just so that I can get their card draw to the bottom. Because if they can draw past this lock, that's annoying. Okay, let's put Anthill to the... Let's do something like this. Do I burn an HQ and find the one unknown? I think I give it a go. If it's Boto, then we have to take a gamble. But like, not every ice can be a barrier, right? There are other barriers that I would run in an Ampere, but... I wonder if I would choose to bounce. Or if I just say, like, I lose if there's no agenda in HQ. If the one card I don't know in HQ is an agenda. I've seen a lot of cards here. Oh, it's a code gate, but it's not a code gate that I can actually get anything off of. Because you can't fully break it. This deck is basically, you know, not... Of all the slow decks in the world, can you fire those 17s? This one is pretty well situated, annoyingly, with a very, very slow agenda suite and all that, and a million gazillion barriers. Can you fire your thing? Oh, the nano management was the other card. Man. Well, you can have that because you don't have any way to use it. Do any of these go on top or do they go on the bottom? The card draw just generally is a problem because I need turns to recover so I can keep locking. So Corporate Hospitality can go to the bottom. Predictive Planning can go to the bottom. And then it's just... I want to kind of keep... technically he knows that this is a sure gamble, so there's no reason not to just play it. And just say I have an empty hand. Is there anything that will do like 1 damage Angelique or something stupid? Can't cut it. I mean, I know there's no Angelique being drawn, so what am I doing? Okay, so now it's... I don't really care if he gets the auto collects. So it's a hammer. It's cost me almost nothing to break. In fact, it's actually good that he installed it, because if he chooses to res it, I can break it for 2, which is I'm more than happy to do. because if I break it with Orca. Which means I get to do more charges. You can take your auto clicks. They don't really do anything with no agenda in hand. It's just some chances to draw. Install the anthill. Install the Cloud Eater. Credit up so that he can afford to raise the anthill once it's the Cloud Eater's been raised. Okay, so now his money does matter because he's spent so much. It's about to be the best game dragon of all time, by the way. It's still a predictive in hand. Okay, thinking. Do I care if he gets off anthill? I gotta take the tags, right? It's the only thing I can do. Cost me 4 to fully break the Cloud Eater, and then a bunch more to on R&D. Charge lobby. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 freaking barriers on this one remote. Okay, so it's a predictive in hand. So I don't love floating the tags, but also I don't care. Like, I know that he's not going to have any things. This is coming 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, not an anthill? Impossible. An upgrade. Oh, Anoetic Void. Oh, that's funny. Yes, Anoetic Void on R&D is very funny. Man, not seeing any agendas for quite a while is a bit of a problem, eh? I feel like we're past the threshold of this being a reasonable game, and now it's just a bit of a crapshoot. Okay, I could run HQ. It's predictive and something else in hand. I may know what else. Predictive and a corporate hospitality in hand. If it's the corporate hospitality, I can trash the corporate hospitality, meaning that he won't have enough cards in hand to fire the Anoetic, but I also don't have enough money to do all of that. I think I missed my pinholes, man. Didn't think the game would ever end up here. I mean, he does need to win eventually as well. So I guess I just camp the remote server for the rest of the game. I'll remove these tags maybe to prevent tricks. Maybe there is an Angelique and I just can't win. But how many ices is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 ice already installed. I don't know if there's enough ice left that they can actually win, but we'll see. I still get dag charges too if they ever do try and fast advance things. Okay, let's do... move tag, credit. So I've had 6 points come up in the entire game. And there's been no spin doctor or anything. It just literally hasn't drawn anything. Incredible. It's quite iced. Okay, I could go check it, I guess. Do I care if it's an agenda? What agenda do I care about? It's Afshar, obviously. Reaper functions, something silly. Oh, you just don't know against these decks, right? What's the upgrade? I don't know. Probably Managam or something. Could you just put those in the decks? Run. I just don't know if I care yet. If it's I mean, who knows, right? Like, it can be any card in the entire card pool. Now, maybe things have come into HQ. Really been hesitant to play the Call for Hospitality. Run. Server 1. Let's have a look. Let's see what it is. A lot of these can't be rezzed and they're just baits, right? Because any code get you just never ever. Sure. Another barrier. Yeah, if I mean, Angelique, these can't be, these two new ones can't be Angelique, because if you draw Angelique, you can just play it and kill me. And that's just how it is. It could be like Mavirus as well. Mavirus can also kill. Another barrier. This is getting pretty absurd. There we go. GG. Okay, do I ever get to find out what this was? This was ganked. Of course it was ganked. Oh man. Okay. I suppose they didn't have like a single win condition that they could just press, so they actually did need to score out 7 points before they ran out of cards in R&D. But there you go. The alternate win condition of camping the remote server. If they put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ice, of which 5 are barriers? 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 are barriers. Yeah, okay, hold on, let me change my face cam. Can do that. Is that better? Yeah, that looks good, right? There cannot be more barriers. A few more barriers are because there can't be more barriers. There were no code gates. I assumed that like this was a fly swatter because I saw it earlier, but and this is a code gate that I can't fake. There can't be more barriers. There was a tattoo in hand now as well. And also no, I wouldn't be cooked. Like I've got plenty of counters. Running R&D became a bit of a problem, but I suppose I shouldn't join games. I should create my own games. There will be a Boto in the deck. It just doesn't. Like, of course, there will be a Boto. It's a really, really good barrier. And I did have to play around that a little bit. Bangoon. Okay, we're really putting the deck through the ringer today with Glory in Conflict. Yeah, oops, all grinder indeed. Okay, do I care about this hand? It's got Nuka, which is actually pretty amazing. You actually love to see Nuka in your opening hand. It's also got some other good cards. Hippocampic's probably really useful for the matchup, but it doesn't have the high rolls of like, you know, Ghost Tongue, Anicam, and Sparks. It's money and draw. And against, is Bangoon going to ice their centrals early, right? This is always the question. Are they playing like a remote rush or a lose on, like a win on Glacier, like grinder thing? If it's grinder, oh man, let's keep this and just say that they won't put particularly spicy ice on R&D. Maybe they will, but it's usually just like barriers and stuff, right? Sure gamble, Nuka, Run, R&D. Okay. Good to know. Creative. I'm not too happy about spending a click, like going forward to spend a click to give them 2 credits and just get another Nuka counter, especially with Nuka in hand. So I'm just gonna spam through this Nuka and replay Nuka. 1. Oof. Okay, Ghost Tongue's nice. I hope it hits Orca so that I can get it back in the deck. So let's try doing that. It hit my Hippocampic, which is going to be a bit of a problem. Do this and do this. I suppose we can bring back in now that we don't have 7 ice in a server, and we can make things nice for the viewers. How's that? False lead. Oh my gosh. Disgusting behavior. Do I care about false lead? Yeah, I think I do care about false lead. I'll run it and take it if convenient. Let's play a ritual first, or do I lose these cards because they're not that useful? I play a ritual first. Then I run Civil One and see what happens to me. really small logjam, that's actually pretty amazing outcome, because A, this logjam's way smaller now than it will be in the future, and B, he feels a lot sadder about scoring out this if he does choose to do that. What now? Let's spark. Now I need to discard some cards. One nuker can go, that's fine. Harmony I kind of do want. Overclock I kind of do want. Burner I kind of do want. Weirdly, it's going to be 1, 2, 3. Pinhole, obviously amazing, but I don't think they're going to be playing too many assets, and I think I can get to them all. Okay, so they are properly broke now. Let's start by burnering them. Very funny that the first 2 ice rays in the next game is also... Oh, well these, see these? These I don't want around, frankly. So let's put end of the line, let's do things properly. Oppo research goes on the bottom, then end of the line goes on the very bottom. Let's do 1, 2, and last click can be playing a... I need him to charge this Lobby, but I don't want to give him the 2 credits. He's actually going to be playing Harmony so that next turn I can Anacam Spark. Doesn't really matter if I play Anacam or what, but this gives me maybe more, because I can play, put the Orca back, put the Short Gamble back, put the Hippo back. Maybe I still want burners. I think burners are pretty good. Maybe I still want creative commissions, because they're pretty good. The Anacam's going to give me a lot of HP though. Should keep in mind that he has false lead, which will be helpful if he ever goes high on R&D. He can deny me, like, using the cataloger, maybe? Maybe he's just trying to kill me and nothing else? Okay. So it's Anacam Spark to grab my Orca. Do I run R&D for some money? I don't know that I really want to do that. Do I buy a band's archives? I don't think I want to do that either. Do I draw or do I... Let's click Nika. Oh, because I can find Mystic Mamie. That's nice. That's a lot of money. Okay, new ice. Got it, got it. Let's start with a regular draw. Wildcat Strike, please give me cards. Ooh, hoo, hoo, hoo. Oh, it's so much money. Sure Gamble, Creative Commission. I don't need you. I'm ripping through the deck maybe faster than I should against Grinder. Maybe I should be getting more value, but I need Cataloger so I can start winning, right? Another false lead, okay. So if I do a run on R&D, let him take the credits, a run on server 1, or an overclock on server 1. If it's another barrier, it's bad. If it's anything else, I'm okay. Maybe I don't overclock then, because I can save my cards in hand. I think I need to do this. It needs to happen eventually, and I'm not spending this. I'm just giving him the 2. Which is obviously putting me closer to death, because he can play his combos. It's pretty expensive for him to score the second false lead. So that's good because I can now charge my lobby without having to give him money. So I'm happy about this. How many harmonies are down? No harmonies are down, so I'm perfectly fine losing this one to damage. And then we remove a tag. Cool. Life is good. Is it Burner? Burner draws me a card. There's not very many punishers. That's not a punish at all. That's really easy for me to deal with. It's actively good. Okay, I don't want measure response around. I don't care about tithe. Government subsidy is not really close to being played. So maybe it's measured response on the bottom and tithe on the top. That then makes me think that this is a useful money asset. Makes me really worried about things like anthill. Overclocking is maybe risky. Could be an upgrade as well that I don't want him to be able to score agendas on top of. Cost me 3 to get into server 1. I think I should do it. A couple of these Cylindra subroutines don't really matter too much, but I like the counter that I get from this. Yeah, that's going to keep him down quite well. I've got a bit of a money problem. Mystic's no problem. I can always use a harmony in advance. I don't feel bad about that at all. Oh, well, he's taking advantage of my money problem. Let me draw. Draw. Okay, let me think. I could run, let Cylindra fire, lose me 2, take a debt, advance, that's fine. Just spend my 3 here. and then I can't afford to clear the tag. That's bad. I can't do that. I could use Harmony. Do I care about them having like off-world? I think I do care about that, but just put a bunch of money in the deck, I guess. Burner's also been okay. And I suppose Buyer Bands is a way to combine running and draw, which is what I need to do. And I think I might do it again. Overclocks, Sure Gambles, Pinhole Voting maybe, Creative Commission, and Buyer Bands. Because this ritual is gonna put me back up to big money next turn, so big cards in hand. I'd like to play a Hippo. 7 credits. Ooh, pretty good. That was a good play. Ritual first. There you are, Dag. Dag catalog a Creative Commission. I can't use Mystic Money on Creative Commission because I have a Ghost Tongue installed, so it costs 1 less. Okay, just securing R&D, which is what I expect him to be doing, I guess. Draw. Draw. There you are. And I suppose I just draw through the pain. Or I could run HQ. I get a counter. Yeah. I could burner HQ. It's kind of late to be burnering HQ, so I'm going to run HQ. It only cost me 2. It's not very much. I get to charge up my cataloger. Just, yeah, we know that's there. And then I no longer need Ghost Tongue. They're drawing, they're subsidying, and they're installing Divested Trust. Do I believe that they're actually going to score this Divested Trust? I suppose I can believe it. That's what I'm going to do. That's my job, though. So we got government subsidies, don't really care about that too much. Boomy is terrible, Angelique is a pain. So we do one, 2, 3, 4. Dave can juice up my levy. No action again. I could choose now to burner. What's in hand? I don't really know what's in hand. Puts my credits low. Do I want to slow them down? I suppose I do want to slow them down. Put these on top so that there's no threats being developed while I just get my money back up and draw. He's going to go to 4 points, but I don't really care if he's divesting me. Let's keep things slow by just putting things on top of R&D. So now I know the top 6 cards. And I think at this point I will picking up my Game Dragon and check it on my lobby. Okay. It delays 2 draws regardless. Could also have considered running it because I know they don't have any tag punishment. Is also a line. Just keep using lobby. Draw. Biobands archives to, let's say, install a card and then draw 2 cards and then draw. So it's off-world, Regolith, sorry, not off-world, a government subsidy. There's a Regolith in hand. I could trash it, but I really don't care about their money totals. Once again, money is no biggie. You still live there. I could do HQ, spend 2 to get another hippo counter. Hippo counter lets me then, I could draw 2 and trash the thing in HQ, which is not too bad. I just don't think they want, they're just gonna keep drawing though, right? I think I'd do HQ to get 2 extra hand, like 1 extra hand size, because I need to be invincible, right? And I want you to get it. I'm going to draw 2 cards. Let's pay 4. I'll just get rid of things. And draw. Spencer. I am just going to draw past my spark, I think. Mystic lets me play these sure gambles next turn, so I don't need to click for credits or anything silly like that. Okay, now what's that in the remote? That's Angelique. No reason to run that just yet. Okay, time to lock R&D again. You still live there. I do sure gamble. Sure gamble. I guess I asked for action. I'm going to overclock R&D. I suppose I should have charged the lobby, there's no reason to charge cataloger. Okay, do not want them to get, oh, there's 2 agendas here, that's lovely. Spin Doctor I hate. He causes me a lot of pain, so I can only steal one of these. I want the off the books then. They can choose to jam the to use the divested trust on it. I don't really care. Or I could get the divested trust. No, I just do the off the books. Spin Doctor is definitely going to the bottom. Then it can be divested trust. Then hedge fund, then off the books. I'll pretend I don't know that's a Angelique in the remote server, even though it certainly is. Cataloger then grabs you. And Day can juice my Lobby. And then he adds it to HQ. Yeah, Dake's going to give me a lot of counters in this matchup. Face up off the books and then an advancement. Oh, I will definitely be taking that then. Most certainly I'll be taking that. Unfortunately it does some damage to me. It's 4 damage to me. It's all very annoying, isn't it? There's also an agenda on top, so I can go up to 6 points. He's also got a false lead, which he may choose to use. I could also burn away some cards. I think firstly I will draw. Then I will sever 1. This does make my friends angry at me. Fencer can get a little bit calmed down by eating something over here, but I think Mystic may have to go because I don't want to be taking damage. You might be thinking, oh, you're dead to end of the line. I'm not dead to end of the line. I don't think. Well, maybe I am, but there's no end of the line. Mystic. Why do I have 4 cards now? Have I not drawn off my... I did the math wrong. I thought that I would have a card left after this because of... Oh, I'm going to use Dag. Dag can grab you. I'm really dead. Okay. So that was the one card. Yeah, I messed that up. So I ran with how many cards in hand? And was it? So the one card that he drew that I didn't know was the end of the line. Obviously that sucks. But also yeah, I messed up the number of cards I had when I ran, because I was thinking I would draw one from Anakim, but I used one with Overclock, and I ended up 2 down. I knew I was taking 4. Yeah, I wasn't thinking about end of the line enough. Oh well, that's a mistake. I think that was otherwise my game to win if I played that turn properly. I could also just let him score. Like, it doesn't really matter if he scores it. Anyway, let's play another game. Holy. Well, I mean, it's not terrible. I'll keep it. Those are some good clicks, eh? Okay, so Gaslit went to get petty cash added to HQ. Is that good in the deck? I guess that makes sense. Then they play it. They're greasing out something. I just don't want to draw my Orca before I do that, so I'll just do it now. I do want to draw. And I will use my thing to go and grab. You can definitely go. I don't want you around. Another Gaslight, okay. That's funny. A nano management, okay. Oh, we're using it now. Okay, so nano management first. Petty cash, nano management. Scores out an off-world office. Wow. Drop. These suck. Drop. That's good. I don't think I care about low weak things anymore, but I maybe just want to see a single. I obviously will install the cataloger next turn. I just need to make sure I have enough credits to do that. Let's do run R&D and gain a credit afterwards. Oh. I mean, I'll have to trash that because it's too disruptive for me otherwise. Are we ever getting an ice down, buddy? Nope, never. Okay. If we just keep the ice on the bottom of the deck and they can never draw an agenda again, they can't win. Here's how locking begins, as long as they can't figure out how to draw cards. And don't demand us to have any number of credits either. I've got 18 credits worth of Rakers installed, and currently nothing to use them on. Okay. So that drew to and installed a non-agenda card, so that will almost certainly be the ablative barrier, because they stole the Ingatan, they drew the Bass, they drew draw 2, they installed the ablative. Fortunately, that means we can just credit run R&D. They grabbed the Spin Doctor. Yeah, okay, I should have thought about that a little bit more. I think I still catalog. Keep the ice at the bottom. Do I care about Bass? Here's another Bass. They're really going. I could credit buyer bans to like draw and trash the Trank. I don't think I care about the Trank that much. I think I do care about getting accesses though. So if I credit, run R&D. Oh, we've really bottomed it out with in terms of money. Maybe this was not a good keep. Just developing the breakers earlier was nice, but it's not actually going to do everything for me. There's probably no agendas in hand. That's probably a Bass or a nano etching. Nano etching's there. Maybe you should have thrown out Wildcat, I'm not sure. God damn. Okay. Anycam or Nuka? What was the other bass? Probably Anycam for the long term? No, Nuka for the short term. This game needs to end quickly. Spin Doctor. Oh, hey Antoine. Good to see you. Okay, so do I think he has another agenda? That's the question. It's seriously doubt it. It's borderline impossible. And there's no the other three are not agendas. They're all good combo cards. If he can get something out at this point, he's just a god gamer. I could just burn it anyway. I could run server 7, make sure no tricks happen there, because it's not a spin doctor, so I probably can't draw cards. What else have I seen? I've seen too much. Nanoetching matrix, greasing the palms. He's got money. I can't really do too much about this. I should just slow him down. If this is an agenda, then this is an agenda, right? I just don't know what it is, so I should run it. I should run server 7. It's a third bass. Oh, that's expensive. But life is expensive. I mean, maybe I should just not have trashed it and say that if you draw an agenda, you can score it. But also, it's probably not right, because he can probably draw. He can probably draw and score. So he's basic action drawing, red level clearance to credit? That doesn't sound right. Yeah. Trying to break the lock and score on the same turn, you can't really do that with using your basic action. Non-agenda card here. It's a spin doctor. Ah, finds an ice. Okay, that's bad. We definitely start with this. I regret trashing that bass, hey? What's this? Maybe another ablative? Running out of counters here. If you drew an agenda, would he probably still ice R&D? Get me out of this. I could rigging up Ghost Tongue, rigging up Anycam. I could rigging up Ghost Tongue Burner, just to slow him down a little bit. Trash Burner, do the damage, eh? But I've got another burner. I just need to put things on top so that he doesn't win next turn. Then I have a little bit more time. Oh, there's agendas in hand. Okay, well, it's a good thing that I hit this then. Nano management architects both go to the bottom. I can't. You can easily score these. If he draws them. I doubt either of these are going to be good enough to ever play, but maybe Pinhole. Now I can rigging up any cam. Eek. This guy's gone really fast. Maybe this Metamorph deck is good. I need to try it. I don't need to draw more cards. I don't think Mystic's fast enough. Yeah, it's good that I drew that there, because it's going to be awkward to play next turn otherwise. There may not be a next turn, frankly. This is not giving me much of an out. There's probably not one in HQ still, so I need to run R&D. If I run R&D, there's lots that scares me. That could be a spin dock. If it is a spin dock, you may choose to use it. It's a nano etching. Give me some cards. No, give me some money. Yeah, this could be it. Damn. We know that, yeah, so I saw some ice earlier in the game that was expensive. There were MICs. I could give him yeah, I did end up pretty poor that game. There were 2 more overclocks, 2 more sure gambles, and there's creative left in here. Let's have a look. Also, Dag would have been nice, weirdly to say, because it was a counter heavy game. But we'll try again. Oh, I should put my title up. Yeah, so possibly a mistake was that I could have chose to give him a MIC using the cataloger when I knew that he had a spin down, rather than what I ended up giving him, which I think included RLC, letting him break lock easily. MIC would be very expensive to break, especially because I didn't draw my overclocks. But the nice thing about him drawing MIC is if he installs that, then I can choose to charge my other things. Part of the reason why I was struggling in the late game there is because I used so many counters breaking the ablative that I couldn't charge my Lobby and my cataloger, so things got a little awkward. Antoine, you should have seen the game before. I won it, but it was against Ampere of all things, and it was just the slowest game of all time. I was locking him, like perfectly locking him, but simply no agendas were turning up. I ended up with 6 points. There were 7 pieces of ice, rezzed ice, on R&D, including a Cloud Eater, 3 or 4 barriers, and no code gates, and I won that game. So this deck can win anything, even when everything is a disaster. That game, I think I just haven't played enough against enough Mirror Morph. Maybe I needed to rip more burners. Hey, and here's more Mirror Morph. More Mirror Morph, and with a Spark in hand. Now, in the last game, Spark did not feel like it mattered. I had 3 Sparks in my opening hand, which I chose to keep. Maybe that's wrong. This, I think I keep. I think it's got everything I could possibly want in life, aside from Ghost Tongue. Get in a little bit. Okay. Just nice on R&D. Probably doesn't do too much. Now, Wildcat Strikes are new in the deck. I think you just play them and let them, like, see if you can draw cards off them. Money. That's fine. Because I have the Nuka. You didn't know that I had the Nuka. So if I Nuka, draw, Spark. I could turn on the game sounds, I suppose. Maybe people appreciate that. I don't know. I don't know what people care about. Okay, this deck seems to be behaving differently because it's actually installed ice. Now, what do I want to do? I want to hit Nuka. I want to charge Nuka, but that might not happen. I want to get Dag down with the Bio Bands. I want to Sure Gamble. We can do all that stuff. Nano management. I want to run R&D to charge my Lobby. If this is a drafter, it's pretty sad, but otherwise it's okay. Oh, that's nice for me. It's expensive for you and actually gives me counters. Nope, I will not do anything about that. I will absolutely run server 1 though, because now things are very expensive for you. Even if there is like a draft or something, that's not the end of the world anymore. You. Obviously I'd like to be able to charge this Nuka, but it's slightly too expensive to do, so I will have to just hit it. Yeah. You. Woohoo! It's fine. Give me money, please. Or card draw. Either look good. Do I run the server 1 now? It's probably the Nico campaign. Also iced HQ, so maybe there's something juicy in HQ. Nice to don't know those credits. He's poor now. Now I get many more turns to control. Oh, is this the same person from the last game? No, it's not. Different person. I don't know what that is. That could be an agenda even. Let's see. 3 face downs. Man, this draw is pretty awkward, I think. Whatever's happening. Nothing. No start of turns, no advancements. Maybe it's a 4-pointer that he doesn't have a way to score. Can't afford to like nano management it. That would be unfortunate. Let's draw 4 with this. Let's Sure Gamble. Let's... Do I run last click? I'll just run server 1 now. I doubt this costs me so much that I can't end with a Sure Gamble, right? I can also spark out my Orca, which sounds pretty pleasant. Please don't be a bite. Oh, okay. I'm glad to see that these gone. They're going to be much more awkward later than they are now. Good, good, good. was a petty cache RLC. Fully up, okay. Okay, maybe he's quite flooded. He did use one of the spin doctors, so he's probably less flooded than he was, but he must still be pretty bad. Oh, Nuka would be very nice right now. Because I currently got all these charge targets and they're all hitting Lobby. What do we got here? So he's probably mathing out a turn, like a scoring turn. We've got nothing in, like no face up petty caches in the bin, but 2 face downs. Okay, looks like it's not happening. Ooh, that's a rough turn, buddy. Let's burn her, shall we? Wow! That is going to be very expensive for me. Well, it cost me 5. Yeah, I didn't expect something as expensive as Bran to come up here. Well, no management can go to the bottom, obviously. Bran can also go to the bottom. Hammer's kind of expensive. I could pinhole that. Make sure he doesn't recover with like a cohort, for instance. And I'll gain 5. Sounds pretty good. Okay, time to catalog him to death, I think. Let's go out an agenda so I can charge my Nuka, would you? Oh, was thinking about running that last turn, but I didn't take the idea too seriously because I wanted to use my clicks in other ways. Ho-ho! There's a hammer somewhere? You can't afford to raise a hammer, right? I still don't know what this is. Probably a bath at this point, meaning that that's the overclock target presently. There's like a ritual overclock over here if the board state kind of doesn't change too much. Damn, triple ice HQ against Padma is insane. I don't know. Ooh, you're speaking my language here. Let's put more Nuka. Spin Doctor to the bottom, then Petty Cash. You can have Hagen on top. I say action. Even though there are two Spin Doctors in here. Oh no, the Spin Doctors. One Spin Doctor, shuffle back the other Spin Doctor. So there are more around. And they can live on Cataloger. This is looking more and more like Bass, but with no useful agenda in hand. I don't really know what his hand must be, because it seems like it's just agendas, but also can't be just agendas, because otherwise he'd just score it with whatever's in server 1. One nice thing about this deck is that he can see the board state's decent, but my credit total's low, thinking there's a scoring window, when these give me an absurd amount of reach with the Ghost Tongue. Oh, now Scatterfield only cost me 1. How useful. I think I will start by overclocking server 1 just to have a look what's in there. Give me card draw, even though you're probably thinking that you don't want to do that. Fact is, I'm so happy throwing away all these cards that like it just doesn't matter if like you give me card was actually giving me plenty of money, improving my hand by a lot. I can throw out you, and you. In fact, I probably should have thrown out the Nuka. That was a mistake. Because this Nuka is going to be enough card draw for the rest of the game, most likely. Maybe not, but maybe. Petty Cash, Nano Management. What are we doing? Yep. So it's Cataloger. feedback in there. Overclocks, sure gambles, creative commissions, and maybe a burner. Burner's not so good because HQ is expensive for me. That's overclock R&D. Charging. Yeah. I guess I could have picked a Game Dragon. Oh, hello, Mr. Ravioli. No, there's no cup in this deck. This is a Spark deck, meaning that you can't really run anything except for these two programs. Otherwise, your Spark will hit them. So there's no cup. The only HQ pressure we have is burners, which is a lot of HQ pressure, it turns out. Not enough maybe to justify 3 pieces of ice on here. But yeah, there's no cup. There's no way to interact with... Well, actually, no, sorry. Burner is a way to interact with the combo pieces that this deck is going to present to me. And I can also catalog them to the bottom to make sure that they're not drawn when they're useful. Now, I imagine that HQ is full of either all agendas or all... What do we got here? Wage Workers Cohort Guidance Program. Well, let's put these to the bottom, cohort there, and then off-world on top. There's no possible action, so I'll just take the off-world. And what now? Try not to make my Mystic angry at me by going to Archives. I think this is a hammer. If it is a hammer, that's kind of fine, because they will bottom out. So the top 3 are all safe. I need to be able to trash the cohort that he's about to play. So I'll pay 1, because he's probably going to like cohort credit. Draw, so he's drawn one of the Wage Workers now, so now he has a Wage Worker and a cohort. Okay. Overclock, Harmony. Maybe I do check a Ghost Tongue down to my things. No, maybe I don't. Sure Gamble. Creative Commission. And then... Do I want a 3rd burner? Maybe 3 burners is too much for this deck. It's just I don't end up using them. Fine, we can grab a Game Dragon. And There's 2 wage workers in hand now. And that was an unknown draw. If he double installs, he's installing both wage workers with the dream that that will help, but it is just a dream. He's lost. Oh, hello, Gaslight Mirrormorph guy. That was a fun game. Okay, so he's probably installed 2 wage workers here, which is actually fine because it means this overclock can land really nicely in server 1. Or do I just check R&D first and just end the game? Yeah, okay, we'll just end the game. Well, it's technically more money efficient to do this. Yeah, it was a fun game. I enjoyed it. You went fast. I don't even know if I messed up badly. I think I maybe made some mistakes by not burnering earlier. I didn't maybe think it would be so efficient for you to score out. I'll need to maybe review that. But yeah, no, you played well, and I kind of got blown out. I'll take the burner and I'll take a pin off loading. Yeah, the fact is with Wildcat, it's just like, if they're playing it because they are okay with you giving them draw. Otherwise, they just don't play it. And in the case where they play it, you just give them the money. I mean, there's cases where it's not, but I'm playing it. It looks like I'm going to overdraw a bunch of cards, but it's cards that I'm okay with overdrawing. So yeah, it's just basically give them the money. I'm wrong to say it's always the case, but it's most often the case. Okay, what are you? Do Nuka first. What am I charging? Charging Hippo, maybe? Keep my cards around. I'm just going to break all because it's faster. I was maybe a bit irresponsible with my counters, right? I ended up split between charging my Lobby and charging my cataloger when I really needed both to have 2 counters on them. Okay, there's my win, as long as that's not exactly Spin Doctor. I want you at the bottom. You. It is a Spin Doctor. Okay, so I can burn her to put that back onto the top and then win. Cost me 5 to get through Bron. So I've got 3 for the rest of the ice. I think that's probably fine. I'm okay with letting you install a piece of ice. I don't want to bottom out too hard. And I'm probably not going to run HQ again for the rest of the game. Installing an ice from HQ is pretty crazy. You can go to the bottom, you can go to the top, and steal. Build your own deep dive. It's that easy. Welcome back deep dive. Now I think that's probably enough games for today. I hope everyone who's watching enjoyed beautiful Padma. I'm going to go make some dinner and enjoy my evening. Goodbye everyone, that was my first stream. I hope it was okay. I don't think the VOD will be going up, but it was a special thing to witness. See ya.